You okay over there? Yeah. Making a lot of noise. So I couldn't stay away. I had decided to move my hour of power and purpose and combine it with the hour of power and praise on Sunday. So I moved it from Fridays to Sunday. But I felt that Fridays is a great moment for the end of the week, a great moment to take an opportunity to reset, more or less. So I said, got to do something on Fridays. And we're doing something new. This is called Financial Fitness Friday. And this is where I am going to bring you some pointers, some ideas, some know-how on getting your finances in order. And we're going to do it in a very easy to follow way. Because I know that when we talk about finance, sometimes finance is over people's heads and they don't seem to understand all the intricacies and nuances of finance. But it doesn't have to be that complicated. And I'm going to show you. So we got the Financial Fitness Fridays. And today is more or less a test run. I haven't even got my promo done yet. I haven't even got it all down. But I said, let's give it a test run the day after Thanksgiving. And let's see. Let's just try it on for size. So today is Friday, November 28th. And I'm just happy to be able to bring this to an audience because it's very important. There's so many things happening right now. And at the basis and the underpinning is finance. You know, there's so much financial concerns and or insecurities. And where, as I mentioned, finance and all of the different various components might be complicated. The process of getting things in order does not have to be complicated. And trust me, I'm not telling you what I think, I'm telling you what I know. I spent over 25 years in finance. And besides that, I had the opportunity, and I always look at it as an opportunity to restructure and my own finance and get it back in order and where it needs to be and still going. And the fact of the matter is, you have to do it one step at a time, step by step, point by point, plan over plan. Because if you look at the journey as a whole, it will seem overwhelming. And for some people, they will feel like it's just no hope. I'm just too underwater. I'm too in debt. I'll never get out from under this. And that's not true. Yes, it will take time. Yes, it will be difficult at times. Yes, it will not always be simple or easy, but you can do it. And the best way to do it is not to overcomplicate it or overwhelm yourself, but do it step by step, piece by piece, one step at a time. So this is what we're going to focus on today. Things about how to go about it. How to go about it step by step. How to go about it one step at a time and not get overwhelmed. And I'm got some words of encouragement, and it's going to be fantastic. And this is something that we're going to do for the foreseeable future every Friday. And it's called Financial Fitness Friday. It rhymes because we want to penetrate the membrane. We want it to stay in your mind, someplace to come where you can get the number one thing. And this is what they don't tell you. When you want to do anything that is taking a process, and anything where you got to go step by step. So whether it's get your finance in order, whether you want to go back to the gym or get back in fitness and shape again, or whether you got a plan to do something or to start something. The number one thing that almost always is omitted in giving you information on how to do those things is accountability. You have to be accountable yourself, and you have to be responsible, and you have to be consistent. I can guarantee you, not much is going to be accomplished if you're not accountable, if you're not committed, and if you're not consistent. And you need to have people that you can trust in your corner that keeps you accountable. And if you just so happen to fall under the umbrella where you don't have those type of people, well, you're in luck, because I am an accountability coach, and you can always count on me. So let's get started here. So today's session is called Financial Building, and the title is Financial Fortitude in Uncertain Times. And I don't know if there's a better description than that for these times we're living in. But, as I mentioned before, times are always uncertain. No man knows the time or the hour. And one of the things I want to always throw out there to people, because this is important in being aware of the time, being aware of timing, and being in the moment. And that is, tomorrow's not promised. Tomorrow's not promised. So do what you can do today, and do not put it off until tomorrow. So today we're going to go over a few things. We're going to go over things such as the true meaning of financial fortitude, how to create and stabilize a money mindset. Very important. Why your cash flow, a command center, is a financial cockpit for you. Oh, that's gonna be financial. That's gonna be financial. That's gonna be fantastic. How to build your financial bag for emergencies. I'm hoping that you get a chance, because these segments are in long form out on my YouTube channel. And I have one of the most popular session is finding your financial gold bag. And that's a fantastic session. If you get a chance, you got to check it out. But we're going to touch on it today. and also the importance of skills, strategy, and additional income stream. We know now more than ever that's very important. How to reduce financial fragility and 5 practical steps. Oh, that's going to be a fantastic one. The mindset shift that makes you financially unshakable. That's going to be great. Who wouldn't want to be financially unshakable? That's what we're all working towards. Also, you could find in this episode, this session, you want to have financial clarity and personal empowerment. That's very important. Gotta feel like you're getting somewhere and you're doing something, and most of all, that you're in control. Because as we speak about accountability, you are absolutely in control of what you do or what you don't do. And you have to be accountable for that. If you're tired of living in fear, stress, or financial uncertainty, well, this session is for you. If you desire a stronger, healthier relationship with your finances, this is for you. If you're ready to build a foundation that supports your future and the future that you dream of, this is for you. If you want a mindset, a strategy, and a spiritual grounding that all comes together and become aligned, you're in the right place. This session is for you. This is Financial Fitness Fridays with D.E. Wilder, and I am D.E. Wilder. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back, family, friends, and fraternal souls. You're with D.E. Wilder, and today we got a great session as we talk about financial issues and financial control and being in control of your finance. We're stepping into a conversation that is not just timely, but it's transformational. We are living in a world where uncertainty almost feels like the new normal. Prices rising, market shifts all the time, because that is the very essence of a market, is ups and downs, ebbs and flows. Layoffs show up unannounced. It can happen at any time to anyone. There's a phrase, anyone can get it. You never know. Going back to tomorrow's not promised. And somehow through it all, we are expected to keep moving, to keep creating, to keep surviving. Ultimately, we want to be thriving. But today, we're going to take this moment and we're going to reset. We're going to pause for a moment and just reset and try to think about finance in a different way and not let it overwhelm you, not let it create fear, not let it create anxiety, but put you in a position where now you can take control of your finance. And as I said, step by step, point by point. That's the best way to do it. So let's go from worrying to winning, from shaking to standing firm. Because this episode is all about cultivating one thing, and one thing most importantly, and that is financial fortitude. Financial fortitude, the strength that remains when everything around you feels unstable. The mindset that carries you through the seasons of change. And the confidence that allow you to say something like, no matter what happens, no matter what's going on around me, I will not crumble. I will not fall. You'll be able to say that as you work towards your financial fortitude. Let's get into it. Let's go. Let's start with our breathing practice, everybody. Let's breathe in peace. And let's exhale and release. Let's get centered. Let's begin. The first thing is the foundation. What is financial fortitude? Exactly what is it? Financial fortitude is not about being rich or financially sound at all times. It's about it's not about having all your financials figured out, because it's a process. It's not even about having a perfect financial plan. Financial fortitude is emotional, spiritual, and mental stabilizing. It's a mental stabilization in a financial form. And it's a mental stabilization in a financial form within a storm. It's being sound regardless of what's going on around you. Financial fortitude, it is the ability to respond with clarity instead of panic, to think long term in a short term world, to trust yourself when the world feels unpredictable. Let's think about it this way. Picture a tree with strong roots, deep foundation. A storm may come and bend it, but it will not break. That small example, that's what financial fortitude is. It's the rootedness of your financial identity. Let's continue to get into it. So, my fraternal souls and brethren, your financial identity is bigger than your bank account. It's bigger than what you have in your pocket. It is, in fact, discipline, decision making, direction, daily habits, and a desire for generational change. You can't control the economy. You can control your response. You can control your preparation. You can control your habits. You can control how do you show up for yourself and your future self. Financial fortitude say things like, I refuse to be afraid of finances. I refuse to allow myself to mismanage money. I want to be the master of my money as opposed to being mastered by my money. How many people we know is doing everything they can to chase money and still can't figure it out, still can't get enough, still can't get it in order? Because it starts with mindset. Then it goes to practice. Then it goes to habits, behavior, consistency, accountability. All of those things a lot of people miss. They miss the very important foundational things that is going to put you in a position to have financial fortitude. So instead, you want to say and think, I will partner with my money. I will be a steward over my money, and I will multiply my finances. Uncertain times don't have to break you. They can build you up and actually build you up even better if you allow it and if you do the work. Here are 4 pillars of financial fortitude. We're going to walk through the 4 pillars that strengthen your financial resilience. And that's what's important. These are not theories. These are not things that we're just talking about. These are tried and true things. These are practical and spiritual and emotional anchors. They're not just case studies. Pillars number 1, stabilize your mindset. Before the money can change, your mind must change. Financial fears is one of the most paralyzing fears we can carry. It tells you something like you're behind. You'll never catch up. It's too late. You might as well give up. But the truth is, you can rebuild your financial story at any time, any age, any stage, in any situation, if you do the work. A stabilized mindset includes clarity over confusion, direction over distraction, grace over guilt, and focus instead of fear. So let's start with this mindset, and let's start with the habits. Let's start with an affirmation. Say this with me out loud or in your mind, quietly, subconsciously. I am building a new relationship with money, with my finances, one rooted in confidence and wisdom. When you stabilize your mindset, uncertainty loses its power and control over you. Now you have the control. Pillar number 2, the cash flow command center is what we want to start building for ourselves. Financial fortitude requires awareness, no assumptions, not guessing. I guess I'll be able to pay my things this month. No. No guessing. Not hoping everything works out. You can't live on that. You can't rely on that. Not hoping that everything is going to fall into place, but simply put, awareness. That means knowing what's coming in, knowing what's going out, knowing what's leaking, knowing what's growing. You got to know where you at. You got to know your finances like the back of your hand. This is your cash flow command center, what we want to call your cockpit, your control tower, where you're going to start and where you're going to be to take control of your finances. So ask yourself these things. You got to write these things down because these are things that you got to ask yourself consistently, not once in a while, not every time finance is an issue, but you're going to have to do this weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, periodically, and this is how you're going to work on getting that control. Where is my money going? What subscriptions no longer serve me? I know we probably have plenty subscriptions we're paying for, probably don't even know what they all are now, and we're not using them. Get rid of them. What spending habits are emotional? Because the emotional ones are what throw us off balance, oftentimes. What purchases are impulsive? What convenience is costing me? This is a beautiful thing. This right here is really a place where you could save a ton of money. What convenience is costing me? It's more convenient to eat out this week than cook. Yes, that might be more convenient, but far more costly. It's more convenient to call an Uber than to walk a couple of blocks. Yes, it's convenient, but far more costly. You see where I'm going with this? We're doing all the time. We're doing things that are convenient, but they're costing us. That's where you can shave some expenses and start to really save some money. You can't build fortitude around what you refuse to look at. If you don't look at your finances and you're not ready to be honest with yourself, it's going to be very difficult to get it in order. So here's the truth about that. Clarity cures chaos. It always does. Once you see the patterns, once you see your patterns, now you can correct them. And now you can, what we say, write your course. Let's get to work. Pillar number 3. Building your financial go bag. I hope everyone had an opportunity to see my financial go bag session. I have some exciting things under the financial go bag umbrella coming up. But if you didn't, go to my YouTube channel, D.E. Wilder, D.E. Wilder 1, and please see that session. It was fantastic. Financial go bag, what is that, one may ask? Just like an emergency go bag for life, you need a financial go bag as well. A safety net that gives you breathing room and the options to weather the storm, more so to speak. This includes a small emergency fund for when things happen. And you can start anywhere. You can start as small as $500. $500 is a powerful start, or less, but you got to start somewhere. Okay, you can't start at $500. Let's start at $50. But you got to start somewhere, putting that money away and letting it build so you'll be ready. A protected saving space where you can put money away and not touch it, and if in some case not even think about it. Automatic transfers is always a convenient. So now you're not consciously trying to figure out, should I do this? When should I do this? Did I do that? When it's just automatic. Sometimes when it's automatic, you don't even notice it. You don't even miss it. That's a good way. A list of financial priorities. Let's write things down. See, I got my pen in my hand. Let's write it down. Let's put things in order. You know, you got to write down your plan. And a plan for crisis moment. Planning for a crisis moment is not an anticipation or a desire for crisis. It's preparation. Because the question is not, will crisis happen? The fact of the matter is, every once in a while, every so often, it's inevitable. And the onus is on you to be prepared. So the gold bag is not about wealth. It's simply about preparedness. Excuse me. Preparedness removes panic. Preparedness creates peace. Preparedness gives you power. That's the power of being prepared, come what may. Excuse me. I'm still getting over my sore throat. Pillar number 4. Skills, strategies, and streams. What do we mean? In uncertain times, the strongest financial strategy is this. Very simple. Increase your value. Your skills are your seeds. Your knowledge is your currency. Your experience is your leverage. So ask yourself, what skills can I sharpen? What service can I offer? Whether you know or not, we are all business people. We are all business people, whether you know it or not. Everybody have something they can offer. What knowledge can I package? And this is a very important point for those individuals who might be displaced, might be in between jobs or in between gigs, might be unemployed and or underemployed. There's one thing to look at your resume and say, this is my experience and I'm looking for a job, and this experience need to fit a certain description for a job. And if it does, and if I'm a good fit, then I perhaps will be hired for that job. That's one thing. But what knowledge and experience do you naturally have that you can package now and now create income for yourself? As I mentioned many times, where I come from, me and my people, I like to say, we're coined the phrase side hustles. Okay. You may have a 9 to 5, but you always have what they call a moonlight. You always was moonlighting at something else. You had something else you were doing. No one just had a 9 to 5 and that was it. Always had other streams of income. You always had the things that you really wanted to do. You know, you were doing on the side, and you were doing until it took off. You know, now we talk about new phenomenon of side hustle, and now is a common name. I remember when side hustle wasn't a good thing. It wasn't a good thing. It wasn't looked at. It was frowned upon. Now it's acceptable. Okay, how can you package your service? What knowledge do you have? What streams can I create? Not tomorrow, but today, that I can now make another stream of income that's going to help you level up. In certain seasons, uncertain seasons, rewards the resourceful. That's a fact. That's a fact. When times get hard and when things become uncertain, you have to now start doing all the different things and pulling out all your skill sets and being agile and flexible and creative. And you'll see, if you start doing those things, you'll start to see a difference. And you, my friend, each and every one of you, I don't care who you are, no respect to person, you are resource rich. There is something in you, something you have, some skill set, some knowledge, some ability that you can now package and turn into a stream of income. However big, however small. It could be a stream of income where you're making $1,000 a week, $2,000 a week, $5,000 a week, or you could be making $10. But you could be making something. You know, you might have a ability to write, or you might have ability to draw, and you can teach some kids on the weekend. $5 per kid. You get a room full of 10, 15, 20 kids. Okay? So start thinking about it, people. Let's get there. Let's get in order. Every setback has taught each and every one of us something. Every job has prepared you for something. Every challenge seeded you and seeded something within you. Now is the time to turn that into something. Now more than ever, we have so many different tools that you can turn it into something. You could turn it into income. You could turn it into influence. You could turn it into impact. If you're not making that $1,000 a week on a side hustle, then again, you can help some kids on the weekend and just make $10. But look at the impact that you might have on someone else's life. Income and value is more than just dollars and cents. So now we want to reduce financial fragility. What is that? Financial fragility is where life taps. It taps you on the shoulder every now and then. It taps you on the shoulder when everything is falling apart. Is no one going to live life, live through this life and not experience that. It's called life tap you on the shoulder, and it happens when you least expect it. And you got to be able to rise and survive it. You want to continue to grow, to build to the financial fortitude, because financial fortitude is when life throw you a brick, you can still stand. So here are 5 ways to reduce fragility, and you can start today. Number 1, stop ignoring your numbers. Okay? Too many people play with their finances. Too many people are wasting money, spending money in ways that they're not even aware of, and not even taking account of every dollar and every cent, and the money is going out. Oftentimes, that's wasteful. That's wasteful. Stop ignoring the numbers. Financial avoidance is the enemy of financial freedom. What you ignore will eventually become a big problem, and that big problem will not only control you, it will consume you. Reduce lifestyle inflation. This is a good one, because people always say things like, I just need a better job. You've heard that before because you probably said it. I just need to make more money. You heard that before because you probably said it. When I become rich, you ever heard that before because you probably said it. But here's the thing that you might not be aware of about lifestyle inflation, meaning the more money you make. If your lifestyle rises with every dollar you earn, you may be spending more money with it. The more money you make, the more money you spend. And if that's the case, you're not growing. You're just expanding. And expansion without intention creates fragility. Got to have a plan. So build a what we call a buffer space. You have to build that. This is where margins allow for you to have room to breathe. Room to breathe in your schedule, room to breathe in your budget, room to breathe in your decisions. Because rush decisions often times are costly. You make a decision in the moment without planning, without thinking about it, I guarantee you it is not the best decision to make. And you'll find that out sometime down the road. Strengthen your financial relationship. Surround yourself with people who talks about growth, not gossip. People who talk about investing, not impulse buying. About future plans, not about fear and apprehension. Your financial empowerment impacts your financial evolution. So that's a great place to start. Surround yourself with the right people. And if you don't have those people around you, find them. There is plenty of clubs and organization and what do they call, credit institutes and credit bureaus and different things you can get involved in that focus on finance, financial control, and all of these things that can help you get in order, and you can learn and grow, and you can learn from each other. Each one teach one. So there is no excuse. You want to be able to protect your peace. Financial chaos creates emotional chaos. Protect the calm that we are working so hard to build within our lives. Say no to comparison. So if you're not where you want to be, do not look over on the other side and see where somebody else is at. That's inconsequential to you. Everybody's individual. Where they're at is where they're at. Where you are is where you are. But that has no bearing on where you're going, because you can accomplish your goal and you can get where you want to go, and you will. Don't focus on comparing with anyone else. This is your journey. Say no to panic conversations. That won't be helpful. Say no to people. This is an important one. Say no to people who want to spend your money. Oh, let's go on vacation. Let's. Not right now. I didn't plan for that. I have something else I'm doing. Say no to those individuals. Nothing wrong with saying no. Your peace is part of your profit. Remember that. Your peace is part of your profit, part of your growth. Becoming financially unshakable. Ultimately, that's what we all want to be. Fraternal Souls, let me speak to your spirit just for a moment. So let's just throw the financial aspect out the window, and let's speak spirit to spirit. You were not born to be afraid of your finances and or success. You were born to be great. You were not born to live paycheck to paycheck. You were not. You were not born to crumble every time the world shake or throw something at you. You were built to create, to grow, to multiply, to rise, to live in overflow and abundance, and to leave a legacy for your life. Being financially unshakable is not perfection, and it's not about being perfect. It's actually about progression. So it's saying things like, I will show up for my future self today. What you do today affects tomorrow. I will make decisions that honors my tomorrow. Oh, let's go. I will build habits that strengthen my foundation. And when certainty comes, and trust me, it will, uncertainty, you will not break. You may bend a little bit. We all bend, but you will not break. You will bend. You will adjust, but you will not break. Because your fortitude is not built on fear. It is built on wisdom. It is built on discipline. It is built on faith. And it's built on identity, one that you establish. You are becoming a steward, a strategist, and a source of strength for your life, for your family, for your household, and for your future. That is the essence of fortitude. So here are some closing remarks, my fraternal soul. Financial storms are temporary, but the wisdom you gain, the strength you develop, the discipline you build, the habits you commit to, those are permanent. That's going to be your foundation. That's going to be your bedrock. Uncertain time reveals what's shaky. They also reveals what's solid and what is going right and what is working well in your life. And today, you just strengthen your foundation if you took the moment in time to hear this message. And let me say this. If no one told you lately, let me be the first to say it. Let me be the first to tell you. And let me be the first to encourage you. Know this and believe this. You are capable. You are resourceful. You are evolving. You are being positioned for increase. And you will thrive even here, even now, because you are building the financial fortitude for your future. Know that, believe that. Thank you for spending this journey with me. I hope something I said was helpful. And if it was helpful, if it was meaningful, don't just keep it to yourself. Share it with someone else who needs to hear this. Thank you for investing in yourself, into your future. Thank you for choosing growth over fear. This is Financial Fitness Friday with D.E. Wilder. I hope to bring this to you every week, and I hope that it's going to be something that's going to be powerful, impactful, and helpful to someone. So until next time, stay grounded, stay focused, stay rising. Peace and blessing. I hope that was helpful for somebody. This was cool. This was fun. This is going to be great. Financial Fitness Fridays with D.E. Wilder. It's going to be great. I hope everybody get a chance to check it out. Remember, if you don't catch it live like we are now, you can always catch it on my YouTube channel, D.E. Wilder 1. Has a host of great sessions. Until then, have a blessed week ahead.
Maybe you have more information to give. Looks like you could have been on for another 30 minutes.
No, when it comes to finance, you can't overwhelm them. If you overwhelm them, you'll lose them.
That was amazing.
You always say that. I don't know if I can now trust your opinion.
No, I enjoyed it. I felt like I was in the audience. That's why I said I didn't. You know what? I sent you that question, not knowing if you was going to address it, because I know you have a script. But I quickly wanted to throw that out.
I don't have a script. I have a sky post.
Oh. So I was curious about what advice or tips you can give someone, and you handled that very well.
I can do everything.
Yeah, I truly enjoy these sessions. And
yeah, but we got to figure out how to get other people to enjoy it.
So
we could enjoy them all day and night, but that ain't gonna help. Mm-hmm. We gotta let the world hear it because these people need to hear it. So the challenge is, how do we get it out to the world?
So the one thing that you don't do that I think you need to do is constantly drop, whether it's twice a week, something quick. So you could be walking, and say,
well, that's what I plan on doing.
You can say,
I plan on doing it. That's why I started the financial fitness, because I'm gonna have the financial fitness moments.
Yeah. Say, hey guys, it's D.E. Wilder here coming to you. Don't forget, we got the financial on Fridays. If you know, and then you can just say, or like you said, have you ever? And if this is you, please join me on Friday at 10
Well, if
p.m.
you know what to say, then write it down.
Okay.
Don't just start throwing things out there. Write it down. Actually put it into play. Put it in action.
Because like you said, this is very different from the gems of spiritual stuff. This is like actionable stuff that people need.
Right.
So this is essential. If someone said they don't need it, they're lying. There's so much to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Somebody, I got a new follower. Somebody decided to follow.
No, that's good. Somebody came on and said Nancy J. I said, is that Nancy Jameson?
Said who?
Someone came on for a little while and it says Nancy J. And I said, I wonder is that Nancy like Stephen Nancy? Because it said Nancy J joined. So I said, oh, what is that?
What kind of comments was being made?
There was no comments.
Oh.
People were just passing through, staying for a while and moving on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
well, it was 75 people.
Another thing, I like what is that gentleman, that white guy, that white bullheaded guy? Would you think about posing a scenario where, you know how you always have your stories, and say, you know, I have a story. There was this person that, you know, did X, Y, and Z, and this is my advice to them, or no. Or how would they handle this?
What do you mean? I'm missing your point.
Right now, in the stage where maybe people won't join, I like when you have stories. You know, your stories are always.
Well, you're saying a lot. I mean, you're saying a lot, but you got to think about it. I'm live and I'm in the moment, so I can't do everything. This is why a person who has a show, has a producer, and has staff. You think in the moment I could think of everything?
No. I'm not talking about. I'm asking you. Would you do that?
I can do anything I want to do. I don't understand. I don't understand that question. I'm gonna do anything that can work, but I can't think about everything on the fly. I spend enough time preparing this. So when you say these things, that's not helpful. Writing it down, doing research, coming to me with something is helpful to say, like, what does that mean? I'm just gonna snap in now, tell a story. It takes time. So if you got an idea, help me. I'm all ears.
It would be nice if we got that guy, Black Heart, to say, Black, can you do me a favor and just, you know.
Do what?
Like all Black Heart have to do is just say, hey, you know, if those of you interested in obtaining some financial advice.
Yeah, but you guys, you and D'Angelo keep focusing on TikTok. I'm not doing this for TikTok.
Yes,
I don't care who comes on, because YouTube is the library. YouTube is the modern day library. You go on and see a video, and the video was posted 15 years ago.
Yeah, no, because I watch YouTube.
Right. So YouTube is where it goes to live. TikTok is where it goes to die.
Yeah.
You see, I'm thinking about long term. So I'm recording it for TikTok.
For to live.
So for people can go and check it and come across it and watch it. I don't care how many people come on in the moment on TikTok.
Don Lemon just got his plaque.
Good for him. Well, who's surprised about that? Did we think he wasn't going to get a plaque? He's Don Lemon. He was on the on.
Well, I guess for him it must be a surprise.
No, that's
because-
bullshit.
Oh,
He's bullshitting you. He probably sitting there saying, "I should have got it sooner."
okay. I think it was 1 million subscribers.
Don Lemon was one of the few people on any network,
Mhm,
especially CNN, who had a 2-hour show.
mhm.
His show wasn't 1 hour. He had a 2-hour show every night.
Mhm.
Obviously, he has viewership. Obviously, you're gonna have followers, whether people like you or not.
Right.
So I'm surprised he didn't get the plaque the first week.
Mhm. I mean, he probably got the small ones under $1 million. Because I think it's like 500,000.
Mhm.
But yeah, so he finally hit that 1 million.
I'll be quite honest with you. That's just me being me.
I know you don't care about
Yep. If I was Don Lemon, I wouldn't even told no one.
Explain.
I'm Don Lemon.
Mhm.
I'm already in the media. People already know who I am. What does this plaque really mean? It
No,
means
see,
nothing.
You know what's so funny? Because for you to say that, it has to be a big deal for him. Because
It's
yes,
not. I guarantee you it's not.
Mm.
I can guarantee you it's not.
Mm.
He knows too much about media. What he cares about is how does something equate to him making money?
money.
And how does it equate for him building something
Mhm,
now in this form independently?
mhm,
That's what matters to him.
mhm.
If they can give me 10 plaques and I get no money, then what does that mean? I just got the plaques and no money.
Mhm.
I got plaques that came without money. I know. So that would be shit.
Mhm. Boy, that girl running like a.